So finally, 4K 32-inch OLED monitors are coming to the market, and I'm so excited for this. So yeah, guys, they finally listened to us, and these top companies are making this possible. I'm talking about Samsung, LG, and MSI, and I'm pretty sure there's more other companies who are coming out with this 4K 32-inch OLED monitors, but these are the main ones. At least these are the ones that I'm so excited for. So thanks to Flat Panels HD for having this information here. I'm going to have a link in the description of the video if you guys want to read this information as well. But Samsung is coming out with a 49-inch Odyssey OLED G9 and the 32-inch Odyssey OLED G8, and also there's a 27-inch the Odyssey OLED G6. So obviously those numbers are the biggest difference are the size numbers. The 49-inch is that ultra wide monitor, which I think looks amazing, but I don't have the space for that. It's just too big for me. The one that I'm interested in most is a 32-inch QD-Oled. I mean, I've been asking for the 32-inch QD-Oled or an OLED monitor in the 32-inch size and also 4K for the longest time, but they're always coming out with like this different sizes, like a 48-inch and also a 42-inch, which they are just too big for the space that I have here. And then they also came out with like a 27-inch, which is it's okay size, but it's just I wanted the 32-inch. That is the sweet size, the sweet number for me, you know, and it's perfect for the space that I have here. So it's finally here, and these are the specs. Both of this, the 32-inch and the 49-inch, they're going to have 240 hertz of refresh rate, and of course the 32-inch is going to be 4K, and then the 49-inch is going to be 1440p with about 5120 by 1440p. It's a big display. But if you want better performance and you don't mind that much of the resolution, then I think the G6 is going to be up for that game, because this is going to be 1440p, 360 hertz of refresh rate. Now, all of these monitors are going to have the QD technology, which is nice to see. And also another big difference that I noticed is that this new G8 OLED is going to be a flat display. Now, I do have the Neo G8, but mine is a curved display. And I noticed that even though I love the curved display monitors, but there's a lot of people who don't like them. There's a lot of people who prefer flat. And I think Samsung listened to them, because now this one is going to be flat. And also the G6 is going to be flat. Now, for obvious reasons, the 49-inch is going to be curved, because that monitor is just humongous. So it will be kind of pointless to have like a flat monitor like that. They're all going to have AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, which is nice if you have an AMD card, but also I think they're going to support G-Sync. They usually do, so we'll see about that. Connectivity is there's going to be two HDMI 2.1 ports, which is good, so you can connect both of your consoles if you want, or if you want to connect your computer with HDMI, that's also good. But it's going to also have a DisplayPort 1.4, one of those. Now, I don't know why they're not using DisplayPort 2.1 or 2.0, which is I think is the newest DisplayPort. But even though the 1.4 is still pretty capable, the port, so excited for that. Also, this is something new that I've seen on monitors, starting to see on monitors. Samsung is going to have Tizen operating system, and they're going to have apps and gaming hub on all of these three monitors. So I'm thinking it's going to have internet connectivity. I think that is probably going to be optional, because there's also going to be SmartThings hub. So yes, it's going to be internet connectivity right here. But what I'm thinking when I'm buying a monitor, especially like this high performance monitor, is that I'm going to connect my high performance PC on the monitor. You know, that's what I'm buying, spending extra money buying this monitor. But hey, you know, it's nice to have this apps and gaming hub. I guess it's just optional, and some people are going to like that. Now, the main reason that I'm most excited about this is because I want to see if these monitors have a glossy display. That is the main fact that I want to get an OLED monitor. Not just because, you know, all the monitors also have beautiful colors and the perfect black levels, but all that is irrelevant if it has a matte finish display. So hopefully they bring a glossy finish on this OLED monitor new from Samsung, the only way I'll find out is when I go to CES next week. I'm pretty sure Samsung is going to have these monitors in the show, and I'll be sure to make a video out of those monitors, and I'll tell you guys next week, so stay tuned for that. Next week's going to be I'm going to CES between Tuesday and Friday, so stay tuned for those videos. Now, I don't know anything about pricing because it says pricing and availability details from Samsung will be announced later. But I think these are going to cost between $1,300 and $1,500. Well, at least the G8. I don't know about the other monitors. Maybe the G6 is definitely going to be less than $1,000, but the G8 is roughly going to be between $1,300 and $1,500. And the G9, I honestly have no idea. I know this monitor is very, very expensive. Now, one thing I noticed about Samsung is that when they release a new product, it's usually like very expensive. Like I said, I think it's gonna be like $1,500. But if you wait a little longer, maybe a couple of months, they usually have sales and the price will drop. So if you have patience, you just wait a little bit and save a couple of $100. But if you're impatient like me and you just want to get this monitor, people are going to pre-order this probably, and they're just going to buy it on the first day. So be ready for that. Save some money because this is definitely going to cost over $1,000. Are you tired of unreliable cheap earbuds? Take your productivity to the next level with Polyvoyager 360 Plus UC. They are designed for professionals that need reliable connectivity, high quality audio, and comfort. Make yourself heard above the background noise with 3 microphones per earbud and enjoy clear outside calls thanks to WindSmart technology that reduces wind noise. Stay focused by keeping out the distractions of the outside world with adaptive active noise canceling, or let in the outside world when you need to without removing an earbud by using transparency mode. You can also easily configure and control your earbuds, including mute, using the touchscreen charge case, which can be charged via USB Type-C or key wireless charging. You can also connect simultaneously 2 Bluetooth devices and easily select which 2 active Bluetooth devices via the touchscreen charge case. Alright, so now let's jump to MSI 4K OLED monitor, also 32-inch, and this is the MSI 321 URX QD-Oled monitor. Now, I don't know who comes out with these names, but there it is, 321 URX QD-Oled. Now, this monitor looks very similar to the Samsung monitor. I actually think that Samsung sell the displays to MSI, and then just MSI makes their own design, which I think it looks really nice. It's all black from the back. The stand looks a little bit different. It has this little MSI logo right here. Is very discreet, very small, and I think it looks nice. Now, one thing I did notice from this monitor is that it also comes with MSI OLED Care 2.0, reduce the risk of OLED image sticking burn-in. So that is one thing that you have to think about when you're buying an OLED monitor, that the screen burn risk is still there. There are some features that will help you reduce it and minimize it, but using an OLED monitor as an OLED as a monitor, is the risk of having screen burn is just much higher, because there's a lot of static images throughout the display. So just you gotta be careful about that, and just don't leave the monitor on all the time. So these monitors are not going to be very bright. For example, compared to my Samsung Neo G8, this is rated at HDR 2000, which can be like very bright. But you have to remember that these are OLED monitors. These are much smaller displays. I'm still going to make a comparison video between that monitor and then the Neo G8, because trust me, when you go from like a HDR 2000 monitor and then I go play on my LG C1 OLED, which is rated around 500 600 nits of peak brightness, the difference is like night and day. There's some things that I play a lot of Call of Duty here, so I'm really used to seeing specific details, when I'm playing that game. And when I go to my C1 OLED, those details, like, I cannot see them, or at least like the image looks very dim. So I'm really looking forward to making that comparison video. Another thing I did notice is that they're improving the pixel density here. So the new QD-Oled series gaming monitor features the latest generation of QD-Oled panels. The sub-pixel arrangement improves your viewing experience, providing sharper images, finer details, and clearer texts. So that is the difference between this new generation. You're going to have sharper images and better text. That is something that happened in the first generation, and that is one of the main reasons that you don't buy like the first generation of something new, because there's obviously going to be some kind of things that they need to work it out, and that is what is happening here. This monitor, I think, is going to start from between $1,200 and $1,500. I think they're going to be almost the same price as the Samsung. They're all going to have almost the same price. So just keep in mind that you're going to have to spend about $1,200, $1,500 to get one of these QD-Oled monitors. And then so finally, we also have LG coming out with their own 4K 32-inch OLED monitor. And LG is actually offering some other features that you don't see on these other monitors. For example, they have the world's first dual hertz feature monitor. But what LG is doing is that they're bringing this monitor that has 4K at 240 hertz of refresh rate, and then you can switch it to Full HD at 480 hertz with one simple click. So if you want to switch between those resolutions and those hertz of refresh rate, it's just like with a click of button. You don't have to go to like the options or the settings on the computer and everything, which is something nice to have. But what I'm most excited about this monitor from LG is that they also going to have like this pixel sound technology, which is going to have like really nice speakers on monitors. That is something that is missing from these monitors, is that usually their speakers, they suck, or they just don't have any speakers at all. So LG was thinking about that, and I guess they're just implementing like really nice speakers. One brand that does have really nice speakers is also BenQ. They have a 2.1 sound system. There are two front-facing speakers in the front, and then I have like a little subwoofer in the back of their monitors, and I actually like it. That's what I'm using right now here. I forgot the name, but because the names or the model numbers they use for these monitors are so weird. For example, this is the LG, what's it called? The LG 32GS95UE. I mean, like, who's going to remember those numbers? Who's going to who comes up with these names? Like, I wonder, are they like in a meeting like, so what's the name for this new monitor? Oh, what about we call it the 32GS95UE? Why? I don't know, but it sounds complicated. Okay, let's do that. I don't know who comes up with these names, these model numbers, but yeah, that's what we have here. And one of the biggest difference between this LG monitor and the Samsung and also the MSI is that LG, they don't use QD-Oled. So basically QD-Oled is quantum dot mixed with OLED technology. So quantum dot improves the colors and brightness, and OLED, of course, they have this picture perfect black levels, which look amazing. It's a combination, but LG don't use that technology because that technology is from Samsung. LG instead uses like a W-OLED technology, which is still pretty good. I mean, it's like the first generation and it still looks amazing. So it will be interesting to see a comparison between these two technologies, especially when it comes down to like OLED monitors. And I also noticed that on this monitor from LG, the brightness is also rated at HDR 400. So you see, like, I think these companies, they know the risk of having a much brighter monitor. It's a higher risk of screen burn. So I think they're just limiting those monitors to HDR 400. I still don't know the numbers on the Samsung monitor, but I think it's going to be roughly about the same 400, HDR 400. This monitor also, all of these monitors, they also have really fast response time, 0.03 milliseconds of gray to gray response time, which is great for gaming, especially if you're playing those high demand like games like Call of Duty. This is going to be great for you. So yeah, those are going to be like the next generation of monitors we're going to see. I'm excited for this because I'm going to CES, and I will definitely make videos. If I see these monitors on CES, I will make videos about this, and I know you guys want to see that. So if you don't want to miss those videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because next week I'm going to CES and I'm going to make a lot of videos out of that. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about these monitors? The price on this also, I don't know, but usually LG is very expensive. It's usually like LG is the most expensive one. So I'm thinking it's gonna be $1,500, $1,800. I will probably just wait for a sale to go down on these monitors. But I'm truly excited for this. Finally, a 32-inch OLED monitor in my desk. Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm Joester, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joester out.